Moving around a lot as a kid and following, your dad's career, and that's basically wherever your dad's career took him, that's where your family was. What was that like as a kid, moving around like that?
Yeah, it was really interesting. Having to, pick up and move. The longest I've ever lived somewhere was 3 years. It built me into the person I am today, though. The quarterback I am today. I think I've probably won over 20 starting jobs. At different places. It feels like. I've had to come into many different locker rooms and earn my keep at every spot. So it's definitely helped. That's cool.
But still, I guess there's got to be some really cool things about just being a coach's kid and being around the coaches you've been around, the players you've been around. What has that whole experience been like for you and kind of shaped who you are?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing that I ever got to experience was, being a 12-year-old kid sitting on the field watching confetti fall after your dad just won a national championship, at the University of Alabama, and the coolest part about that is getting to watch, like A.J. McCarron, who was almost my idol, I guess you could say, getting to watch him, watch how he interacted in the locker room, and also Jake Locker, who was a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, getting to watch him, Drew Stanton, who was really great too and played in the league for a long time. So, I've gotten to see these guys and watch how they interact in their college locker room, watch how they carry themselves on a day-to-day basis. That's something that's been a huge advantage for me is, just getting to sit there and listen in on meetings and just learn, how the position's supposed to be played and how you're supposed to interact in the locker room. So.
And what do you evaluate yourself as a quarterback now? When you describe your game, what type of quarterback are you?
Yeah, I would think, I'm a pocket passer, but, I can move a little bit, I think I can extend plays, very well. I think I add another level of the mind, aspect. I think it's a person I play very similar as, a lot of people have been comparing me to is Joe Burrow. And I'm not saying that, I'm not comparing myself to the #1 overall draft pick, obviously, but, we play very similar and come from similar backgrounds, both coaches' kids. So.
Is that something Ed Ogeron talked to you about during your recruitment?
Yeah, I think that was also big, in my recruitment, just they sold to me, that's basically, what they think that I can, get to. And, hopefully, that'd be crazy if I could play like him, but, first overall draft pick, but, that would be a dream come true. But, that was huge, getting to see someone who plays very similar play style to me, very similar mindset, succeeding in that offense. So.
While we're on that topic, what was the big thing about LSU that made that?
I think the biggest thing for me was it was just home for me. All my family's down there, 45 minutes, an hour away. So, a lot of people around there are in my corner. And, I really liked that. I also really liked, Louisiana. I feel like it's my home. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm kind of a goofy kid. I'm always around my friends, always doing something. I like to play a lot of basketball. I've always been a 3-sport athlete growing up: football, basketball, baseball. I'm always playing some type of sport. I guess you could say, I'm always with my friends. I'm playing Madden, playing 2K if we're not outside. But I'm not too much of a gamer or anything like that. So.
You talked about it a little bit earlier, but go back to it. Is your long-term goals in football? Like, what do you want to accomplish?
I think the biggest thing for me, I want to obviously play as long as possible in the NFL, and that's obviously the main goal. But I understand that everybody's career comes to an end at some point, so from there, I want to become a college coach or an NFL coach, kind of follow my dad's footsteps, I guess you could say. I think I'd run a little bit different offense than he does. I think I'd kind of mix a little bit of the spread and the air raid that I've learned throughout my time here and time in Texas, but also, add in some of the pro style stuff, some of the under center stuff. So.